Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Jyotirmayananda Society. We focus on spirituality, a journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings of the scriptures and to enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the book The Art of Positive Feeling by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So, in today's satsang, we will be covering sattva, how to promote sattva and soften the lines of impurity. We have covered this before, the three gunas that are sattva, meaning purity or harmony, rajas, meaning restlessness or externalization, and tamas, negativity and dullness. They all play a critical role in the matter of mental impurity. When tamas predominates, impurities in the mind become demoniac and gross. The tamasic form of an impurity is like tar. You can't rub it off easily. It takes a lot of effort. Or thought of think of it in another way, tamasic impurities endure like lines chiseled in a rock. Even after 100 years, they are still there. When the mind is rajasic, the impurities are like lines drawn on clay. You can mold them and change them easily. When the mind is sattvic, the impurities are like lines drawn on water. They are there one moment like gentle ripples and then they are gone the next. Therefore, the sattvic mind must be promoted with great patience so that impurities can be eliminated. Accentuate the positive to eliminate the negative. In a world full of stress and tension due to lack of satsanga or good association, the human mind clings to negative feelings. Out of all the feelings that are generated day by day, the negative feelings born of rajas and tamas become more abounding. But that should not be. The negative should not stay in your mind. In chapter 17 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna gives a powerful teaching about promoting a joyous and sattvic mind through the practice of a unique form of mental austerity that includes four powerful techniques: Manaha Prasada, Saumyatvam, Maunam, Atma Vinigraha, and Bhava Samshuddhi. And we will cover each of these next. Mana Prasada, joyousness. The first aspect of austerity of the mind is Manaha Prasadaha, allowing the mind to be joyous. People who have been accustomed to considering austerity as something harsh will be surprised that promoting joyousness can be thought of as austerity. In yoga philosophy, austerity is not supposed to give you pain, but discipline so that the spirit flows in a healthy, unobstructed way through your personality. Thus, the effort to maintain cheerfulness of the mind is a dynamic aspect of austerity. Many people have developed the habit of allowing their minds to become negative. You must watch your own mind very carefully. Try to develop the philosophy that the world is an expression of divine creation. There is intelligence and a guiding purpose behind the world. You have nothing to worry about. There should be no room for grief, dejection, and sorrow in your life. Always think of the positive things that you have acquired and accomplished. By thinking of the blessings God has given you, you will have so many reasons for being serene and cheerful. More than anything else, understand that the divine hand is sustaining your personality at every moment. The awareness that divinity is within you will fill your mind with joy. By adopting this philosophy of loving God at all times, you allow your mind to be serene and joyous. Do not develop negative thoughts. When they do arise, simply be a witness to them. When you keep your mind in a negative state, you will be steadily generating negative impressions, and your mind will be forced to stay negative by the weight of these impressions. Due to the weight of the impressions of sadness and sorrow, you will not be happy even when you find yourself in a wonderful situation, a situation you have been craving for a long time, because we get structured that way. Our habit is formed. Your experiences of joy and sorrow are intimately related to the impressions of your unconscious. Therefore, it is an important part of austerity not to let your mind be negative. Let your spirit soar high and let your mind be joyous. Next quality is saumyatvam or gentleness. The next aspect of mental austerity is saumyatvam or gentleness. When you confront a situation that provokes your mind to become agitated or negative, simply look at it without building up ill will towards anyone. Let your mind stay gentle, composed, and detached. You will discover an amazing spiritual strength within yourself. By reaching and by reacting to external situations, you allow your mind to become agitated. An agitated mind creates negative impressions in your unconscious. Gradually, a habit builds up. Your mind constantly reacts to things no matter how they are. If you are looking for absolute perfection according to the concepts of your ego, you will never find it. There will always be something to irritate your mind. If you are vulnerable to negative influences, or if you have already created in your mind a habit of reacting to everything, then all you need is just a pretext. A leaf may fall on your head, and it would be enough to put you in a state of agitation. So, Saumyatvam implies that the mind becomes serene, calm, and unaffected, just like the face of Buddha. When you watch a movie, you are always aware of the fact that all the happenings on the screen are mere appearances. Therefore, though you feel sorrow at the tragic developments, you are not deeply affected in your heart. Similarly, be a spectator to your mind and its changes, knowing that faith in God will ultimately make you truly gentle. Next quality is maunam or silence. The next practice relating to the mind is maunam or silence. If you watch your mind, you will notice that a great many thoughts enter it constantly. So many, in fact, that after a while, as it is, if a lively discussion is going on deep inside your mind, the world may be quiet around you, yet your mind might be as noisy as a marketplace. So, this should not be so. When you are engaged in various actions, watch your mind. Do not entertain conflicting thoughts and do not allow the mind to be agitated. You should be like a swan. A swan enters the lake and sports with the water, but the moment the sport is over, the swan shakes off the water particles and flies away. Much in the same manner, perform your duties well in the world, but the moment you retire, shake off all your tensions and worries and relax in the arms of God, in the arms of divinity within. The thoughts of the mind should be as still as a lake without waves. You can do this by turning your mind to God and practicing japa, repetition of divine name. Mentally repeat the name as you allow the feeling of divine presence to enfold you. Gradually, your mind will become calm and quiet. Observing silence of speech for an hour or two in daily life is called Maunavrata, the vow of silence. It's also conducive to the mental austerity of Mauna. So, a much needed practice that will be very helpful as it helps us to go within and makes us stronger spiritually also. So, with this, we conclude our satsang for today. We will continue the quality of Atma Vinigraha or mastery over the senses in tomorrow's satsang. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.